everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, it's off to the home opener, and they'll do it big at AT&T.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is. And it's not, that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. I want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Oh, he's going to take a shot, and that's caught inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
16-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw is Green. Looking to throw on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
They go play action here on 1st down. His career already story just keeps getting better. That last carry, CD, he hit 14,000 career rushing yards.
Think about the accumulation of this yardage like you're going upstairs. Now he's at the doorstep of the top 5 all-time in NFL history in rushing yards.
Unbelievable. And forget about trying to get lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Back to throw. And it is incomplete. The rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, there to knock that away. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the the head coach senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You got him.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw. Green over the middle. It's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got it to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Talking about it.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now this one complete on the slant route. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He's at the 50. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Look at the throw. Green. That's taken in by Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
55. Get your swerve on.
Now, they'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete.
I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
Let's go,
Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
One receiver to the left is Cooper.
55. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going.
Here we go.
But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. You have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way.
And now look at him go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Keep doing it.
Tony Pollard, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go now. 70 ending. 54. Mike 54.
Now back to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Back to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Right there. 54 Mike. Rip left.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll try to run with Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. They're going to look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head over to New Era Field to see what's happening with the Bills. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? Find out.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. We're just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air.
Here we go.
But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready?
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. He'll look to throw, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Pull it high.
Second and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading in.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Pollard. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He'll have his man. That's Cooper. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
We're going to work.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The run for Pollard.
I got him.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. There he goes, right side. The 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
There we go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, Jeff is going to be a little bit late getting there. He puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Go! 60 or.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 8 lead. 55.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Hey, check Mike, check Mike.
Shoot.
To throw is Green. To throw on second down. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
3 down.
From the gun, Green. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back with a single score. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
That's what I do.
And here's Green. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
First down, 49ers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. With that run, Charles, he passed Hall of Famer Curtis Martin for 5th all-time, over 14,100 yards rushing. I'm not sure what more he can accomplish.
Well, in his mind, he thinks he can continue on and get up to number 1 on the all-time rushing list. But you're exactly right. What a career and what accomplishments. And to pass Curtis Martin, who is known by his Hall of Fame coach with the Jets and the Patriots as Wonder Boy, but that's a big-time deal. So if you're passing a guy that they call Wonder Boy, you're a heck of a player.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
We got 6 all day.
Matt Breida with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down.
Ready? Green down. Operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wood. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. So we got man.
On first down, here's Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got wide. Let it go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up to throw. Able to get away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's the guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making a play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.